On the vast grasslands of South Africa, a legend was born. He was Thor, a lion with a coat as pure and white as snow, a rarity bestowed by nature. But this unique gift did not bring him a blessed childhood. Instead, his early life was a tapestry woven with tragedy and loss. Before he could even truly know his family, a venomous snake struck, stealing the life of his older brother. The world seemed to crumble further when, during a raging storm, young Thor was separated from his mother. Alone and terrified, he became easy prey for a pack of lurking hyenas. Just as their jaws were about to close, a kind-hearted man, a local herdsman, intervened, saving the small, trembling cub from a grim fate. Miraculously, this act of kindness led Thor back to his mother, a brief moment of warmth in a cold, unforgiving world. But the peace was short-lived. As Thor grew, so did the challenges. His family's pride, his home, was shattered by the invasion of two powerful rogue males. Defeated and outcast, Thor was forced into a life of solitude. He became a wanderer, a ghost on the savannah, even shunned by his own relatives who saw him as a rival. The weight of loneliness was crushing, pushing him to the brink of despair. It was in this darkest hour that a glimmer of hope appeared in the form of another lone male lion. This seasoned wanderer, battle-scarred and wise, saw something in the young white lion. He took Thor under his wing, and for the first time, Thor knew true companionship. They became sworn brothers, an inseparable pair. Together they navigated the treacherous landscape, hunting side by side, their combined strength allowing them to take down formidable prey. They faced down ravenous crocodiles at the water's edge and survived the terror of a raging wildfire that swept across the plains. Their bond forged in the crucible of shared danger. For Thor, this was more than just a partnership, it was a family. He had a brother he could rely on, a mentor who taught him the ways of the wild, but the cruel hand of fate had not yet finished with Thor. One day, driven by hunger, the two brothers ventured too close to human territory. Breaking into a farm, the sharp crack of a rifle echoed across the land, and in an instant Thor's world shattered once more. His sworn brother, his only friend, fell to a hunter's bullet. Thor was alone again, the silence of the savannah, screaming with the absence of his companion. The grief was immense, a heavy shroud that threatened to suffocate him. But this time, something was different. The timid, frightened cub was gone. In his place stood a lion who had known love and loss, who had tasted both victory and defeat. The pain did not break him. It ignited a fire within. Thor had to learn to survive on his own. The lessons his brother taught him became his guide. He started small, honing his skills on lesser prey, his confidence growing with each successful hunt. He learned to read the wind, to stalk with silent paws, to strike with lethal precision. Soon, he was no longer just surviving, he was thriving. He grew bold, challenging the apex predators of his domain. He confronted and defeated a cunning leopard in a fierce battle for territory. He single-handedly drove off a pack of relentless wild dogs, their yelps of retreat a testament to his newfound power. With each victory, Thor's transformation became more apparent. His once slender frame filled out with powerful muscle. A magnificent, thick mane, a crown of his royal lineage, grew around his face, framing his determined eyes. He was no longer the outcast, the wanderer. He was a force of nature, a majestic beast, radiating strength and authority. The whispers of the white lion's power spread across the grasslands. But Thor's journey was far from over. A deep-seated instinct, a call from his very blood, pulled him back towards the land of his birth. It was time to go home. It was time to reclaim what was rightfully his. He traveled for days, his powerful strides eating up the miles, his gaze fixed on the horizon. He finally arrived at his old Pride lands, but they were ruled by the same tyrant who had cast him out years ago. The usurper king, now older but still formidable, did not recognize the ghostly white warrior approaching, but he felt the challenge in the air, the raw power emanating from Thor. The confrontation was inevitable. The two lions clashed in a battle of epic proportions. Claws tore and teeth gnashed as the fate of the pride hung in the balance. Thor fought with the fury of a lifetime of pain and the strength of a king determined to claim his throne. He was faster, stronger, and more cunning. He defeated the old male, sending him into exile just as Thor himself had been exiled long ago. But even in his moment of triumph, danger lurked. The wealthy hunter who had killed his brother had returned to the area, obsessed with claiming the white lion as his ultimate trophy. He cornered Thor, his rifle aimed, ready to end the legend before it could truly begin. It seemed Thor's story was destined to end in the same tragic way as his brother's. But just as the hunter was about to pull the trigger, a figure emerged from the brush. It was the herdsman, the man who had saved him as a cub all those years ago. He stood between the hunter and the lion, a human shield protecting the magnificent creature he had once held in his arms. His brave intervention gave Thor the chance to escape, to live another day. With his enemies vanquished and his life spared by a kindness from his past, Thor finally ascended to his rightful place. He became the undisputed king of the grasslands, his white coat a symbol of hope and resilience. He built a new, powerful pride, his own empire, on the savanna. And through his reign, the rare and beautiful lineage of the white lion would continue. A legacy of a king who rose from the ashes of tragedy to rule the great African steppe. Thank you for watching this incredible story of survival and triumph. If you were as moved by Thor's journey as we were, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing wildlife stories. Let us know in the comments what part of Thor's life inspired you the most. See you in the next video.